Hey kids, it's Miss Darcy. Um, Welcome back to our virtual classroom. I wanted to talk to you for a minute about how things are going, and bet you've got a lot to say. I wanted you to know that your YFM team meets just about once a month, and we talk about you. And gosh, we miss being able to see you in person. It's hard, and we miss you. We hope you're doing well. We love you, and we hope that sharing this classroom in this way is good for you. We talked about how good it is for us, but we hope it's good for you too. And I know there's some uncertainty there's always uncertainty that pops up in life. And right now, you might be wondering whether or not you're going to go back to school, or when you're going to see friends and be able to play with them and hug them. And I can reassure you that that time will come. And in the meantime, we need to have courage to get there. And we're going to talk about courage today. Today's lesson is about courage. So we're all going to hang in there together. And if you need help, there's always someone to ask. We're here for you, and you can reach out to us. I think that we're talking about being able to put an email where you can reach out if you have questions, or something you want to see in the newsletter, or anything. If you need help, there's always a place to reach out. And in the Spark, we're hoping to have a place to reach out for you as well. So let's talk about courage. I forgot to do something. So if we're going to start the classroom, if this is circle time, I picture asking someone to turn off the lights and somebody racing to go get the lights. I know that's fun. Remember that? It's time to turn the lights down. Okay. Let's get centered. I'm naturally rubbing my hands, so let's do that one. Let's rub our hands and sit up tall and take a deep breath as we say Om. May my mind think loving thoughts. May my eyes see in loving ways. May my ears hear loving words. And may my mouth speak loving words. May my hands act in loving ways. Namaste. Remember what namaste is? The God in me sees the God in you. All right, so today's affirmation is, I meet life's challenges with inner strength and courage. Let's say that 3 times together. I meet life's challenges with inner strength and courage. I meet life's challenges with inner strength and courage. I meet life's challenges with inner strength and courage. Okay. So, courage, that's a good topic for today. We're talking about things being uncertain. Today's needing courage, it doesn't mean that we're not afraid. It means that we can find our best self to get through everything. We can walk with the Christ to get through everything. We are not alone. And we may be fearful, but there's not a reason to sit and worry, because things are going to change. Things are going to get better. We're not alone. So let's, I hope when you get the spark, you see these videos, but the lessons are also attached. So I hope you go in and participate with your parents. Welcome, parents. Read through the lesson, do some of the activities. Most of them are simple. Some you can even just do in your mind just to get the concept of what it is that we're talking about. And, once you've done those activities, the story that we're going to read, the story's in there too. You can read it again for yourself if you like. Today we're going to read Courageous Corey. He's so brave, Corey thought with an envious sigh. She was watching her older brother practice for a skateboard competition. She could hardly believe her eyes when he flew up in the air and landed on the concrete ramp with a big grin on his face. Corey's brother had offered to teach her some skateboard tricks. She had turned it down. She knew she wasn't brave enough to do anything so daring and scary. Corey was happy to see her cousin, Alexandra, running down the sidewalk toward her, waving and smiling. Alexandra was coming to Corey's piano recital, and they were going to get ice cream afterwards. "Are you nervous about the recital?" Alexandra asked, a bit out of breath from a run. "I've been practicing every day, and I don't even have to look at the music anymore. And Mom took me over to the hall to practice on that piano too, so I don't think it'll be too bad. At least I get some cookie dough ice cream afterwards." Corey's calm answer impressed Alexandra, who had cried at her last piano recital. As they got in the car, Corey's mom explained that the piano teacher had called to tell them the recital was moved because of some plumbing problem in the building. They were meeting the other students at a different place and everything was going to be fine, so Corey shouldn't worry. The new place was nothing like the hall where Corey had practiced. There was red carpet everywhere, and the piano was set up high on a stage. The students had to walk up 6 steps to get there. And the piano was big, black, shiny, grand, nothing like the warm wood uprights she was used to. When the teacher called her name, his voice echoed through the huge room and Corey felt very small. But she held back the prickly tears that were behind her eyes and focused on the music. Later at the ice cream parlor, Alexandra kept saying, "Wow, you didn't even mess up once. That stage was so huge and you didn't even act scared at all. Wow." Corey knew she had been really scared, but she just wanted to have ice cream and forget about it. So when her mom handed her the cone, she was dismayed to see 2 scoops of mint chocolate chip, not the cookie dough flavor she had been looking forward to. Her parents were talking and didn't notice Corey's problem with the ice cream. She didn't want to be whiny, but she really wanted the cookie dough. The ice cream counter was so tall, Corey could just see the head of the clerk behind it. She walked over and stood there, hoping he would notice her, but feeling too shy to say anything. He looked down and smiled. "Can I help you?" he said kindly. "I think there was a mistake, because I got mint chocolate chip, and it was supposed to be chocolate cookie dough. Could you change it, please?" She spoke softly, but politely. "I'm sorry, my mistake. I'll get you cookie dough right away." The clerk made the scoops extra big and handed the cone to Corey. Alexandra was amazed. She had never spoken to a store clerk in her whole life. "Wow, you're so brave. Wow," she said between the licks of her orange sherbet. The girls were playing outside with Corey's kitten, Sunshine, later that afternoon. The kitten was still pretty small, and a little scared of new things. Suddenly, a noisy truck went down the street, and the kitten bolted into the closest hiding place, through a hole into the stairs in the dark space under the front porch of the house. Corey was horrified and ran inside to get her mom. Her mom brought cat food and reassured the girls that the kitten would come out. But the kitten was really scared and didn't even come out for special tuna treats. Her mom crawled under the porch as Corey and Alexandra waited anxiously. Corey almost cried at the thought of Sunshine in that dark, spooky place. Her big brother didn't even go under the porch. He lost his favorite tennis ball under there once and refused to go find it. Her mom came out looking very dirty and discouraged. "Sunshine is too scared to listen to me. I think she only trusts you, Corey." Corey didn't hesitate. She knew Sunshine needed her, so she crawled into the dark hole while her mom tried to shine a dim flashlight beam into the shadows. Sunshine, it's me, Corey called sweetly as she crawled away from the light. Part of her mind noticed the weeds and the damp smell of old wood, the numerous spider webs and the dusty tennis ball. Two little eyes glowed way back in the corner, and Corey kept going even though her knees hurt. The kitten suddenly appeared in front of her and crawled under Corey's shirt, trembling with fear. Her soft fur tickled Corey's stomach. She held the kitten with one hand and awkwardly crawled backwards towards her mom and cousin. Wow, was all Alexander could say. Later, Corey's brother came home from his skateboarding competition. He was so proud to report that he had come in third place. He looked at Corey as he said, "Mom, Dad, maybe someday Corey will be brave enough to learn how to skateboard." Corey said, "Maybe," and tossed him an old, dusty tennis ball. So, now's the time when we miss you most. We would have a discussion about this, and you could help lead us in our thinking, talk about some questions. I definitely think Corey was brave, but I'd like to know what you think. There's plenty of examples of her stepping out of her comfort zone and dealing with unexpected circumstances and taking things in stride and doing what she knew was the best thing to do. Despite maybe being a little bit afraid, she hung in there. And she was also brave with her brother to just give him the tennis ball back and go on. I thought that was pretty cool. Courage is a big deal. It's a big deal, and we can help each other have courage and get through things that are uncertain and new. And I hope that you've got all the resources you need. I believe that you do. And again, if there's something that we can do, we're happy to try to do it. We think of you all the time. We miss you, and we love you. So I'm going to give you our blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in you. Namaste.